because I forgot to record the stream as well. Why 60 days? I don't know. The reason I ended up on 60 days was because, for the most part, I think 100 days would actually be kind of insane, and I'm already nearing filling up my SSD, so I kind of need something in the middle so I can still have storage on my computer and make other videos too. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment, and maybe subscribe, that'd be pretty cool. Also, tell me what kind of videos you guys want to see on the channel. I really need some insight on that. Anyway, with that short intro out of the way, let's start the video. Hi, I'm Brosnick, and I suck at Doom. So I decided to play Doom Eternal for 60 days so I don't suck at Doom. To be honest, I didn't put much thought into the challenge. I just wanted to focus on making some content due to my lack of dedication last year. So this was definitely the right choice. First off, let me say that this was just a nightmare to record. I apologize in advance for any missing clips, choppy clips, hazy clips, and me being an idiot. I did get better as I went on, as I got more comfortable at my computer and was able to better utilize my hardware so I could get the best footage for you guys. So here we go, days 1 through 60. Day 1 was more or less just trying to get the binds I had set up down, as well as starting a new playthrough from the ground up. I wanted to record for at least an hour and a half, but that, as those who've been in the streams would know, was not something I'd be sticking to. The first level went out of the way fairly easy, and I didn't really have any problems with it, as first/tutorial levels go. After killing the first Hell Priest, I dealt with all the enemies and picked up extra lives on the way, because I thought I'd be struggling considering I was playing on Nightmare difficulty. The second level also went by without many issues. At this point, I was still making mechanical errors, clicking the wrong buttons and struggling to figure out which weapon was bound to which key, but I was able to conquer the entire level, taking minimal deaths, and completed the first Slayer Gate. I finished the level and went on to the third. The third level was the first kind of test of skill I had. I had more demons spawning in, and it was the introduction to my least favorite demon, the Whiplash. I got through all of the levels just fine, only suffering and trying to make sure I was collecting as many of the secrets as I could possible, and went on to the last level I played, which was level 4, Doom Hunter Base. Doom Hunter is actually one of the levels I enjoyed the most back then, and it's still my favorite level that I love to play now. I really like how it was basically you fighting your way through the entire base and finally facing off with the Doom Hunter after seeing the various stages that went into making one, which is kind of funny considering how many we slaughter later on. The boss fight wasn't terribly difficult, and I technically only died once, and after killing the second Hell Priest, I finished day 1. Day 2 wasn't as interesting as day 1, mainly because I didn't play as much. I was very tired and couldn't really stay up that late. Nonetheless, I played through both Super Gore Nest and Ark Complex. Super Gore Nest wasn't really all that difficult, but I ended up getting boned because I forgot that one of the secrets is only available with demons around you, as you need the meat hook to get up that area. Am I gonna have to backtrack? I really don't want to have to backtrack unless absolutely necessary. Yeah, that just doesn't seem possible.
Skill issue.
Maybe. Side note, I realize I'm very stupid and you can just get to that secret by jumping from the neighboring building, but the meat hook is just how I remember doing it. I'm sorry. I couldn't be bothered with the toxic goo, and I was breezing fairly well through the entire level. Of course, there were the whiplashes and the cheap shield guys. I used the Slayer Gate to help get my weapon challenges done, as there were a lot of low health enemies, like the soldier guys, and prowlers. I finished the Slayer Gate and collected all the secrets but the vinyl one, and finished the level with some energy. LMAO, get wrecked. Kaboom. Dang. Definitely one of the most iconic levels.
Definitely one of the levels.
This this is one of the levels in Doom Eternal. This is undoubtedly one of the levels for this game. There's not really much to say about Arc Complex. I mean, the clip before kind of explains it. It's one of the levels in Doom Eternal. I don't necessarily hate it. I just think that in terms of memorabilia, there's not really much Arc Complex has to offer. Anyway, to be honest, it was surprisingly difficult, and not in the way you'd think. I didn't really have that much trouble with the encounters, but something about Arc Complex just doesn't feel right with me. I just feel off and couldn't really play that well. Arc Complex does have my personal favorite Slayer Gate, you know, the one with the Tyrants, the Barons, and the Doom Hunter as the cherry on top. It's basically the turning point in difficulty for the campaign, without butting in on people who aren't ready for that higher challenge. But after completing the Slayer Gate, the level really does slow down, and in the sewer section, it's just kind of a slog to get through, not to mention the turret cutscenes, which you can't skip for some reason. Or, I think you can skip them, but I don't think you could skip them when they first came out. I guess the only part that I can really remember is maybe the dining hall fight with the Pinkies, Mancubi, Whiplashes, and geez, everything else in the kitchen sink, I guess. And there is also that one big fight in the subway, and outside of that, there's not really much. The Marauder was definitely a fun fight at the end of the level, and I finished by taking old Sammy back to the Fortress of Doom. I'm gonna be honest. Days 3 through 7 probably aren't really all that interesting, because all I did was just go back and play through the campaign again, but this time on Extra Life mode. I wasn't too concerned with spoilers, especially since this game had been out for officially 3 years at the time of recording this audio. So, yeah. Besides, I already played through the game before, and it's not like I was going to be surprised by anything. This isn't my first time playing Doom Eternal, this is my first time playing Doom Eternal on PC. In addition to Extra Life mode, I also started playing the official Horde mode on top of that. Horde mode was really fun, and it was fairly fresh as of the update 6.66 when it came out originally. Yeah, when it did come out, I actually didn't really play it all that much. But playing through it now, I actually find out it's really fun and interesting seeing enemies that don't normally spawn in some arenas interact with the combat loop and how you play the game. Blood Angels quickly became one of my favorite enemies to fight. I love how they take some of the focus and allow glass cannons to get in close, which is kind of ironic considering they're very big glass cannons themselves. Horde mode became my very best friend throughout this challenge, and that was pretty much what I'd be playing whenever I wasn't streaming anything big on the weekends. Moving on to Day 8. Day 8 started out with me playing through Mars Core, Sentinel Prime, and then Taurus Nabad. I was gonna call it there, but then after a short potty break, I decided to play through the remaining levels. Wait, what am I doing? Okay, hold on. I'm actually gonna use this time to go pee. I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. We are ready. Oh, still going. Okay, cool. Alright. Huh. Wait. Really? Huh. Mars Core wasn't bad. I enjoyed it quite a lot, and it was by this point I finally started unlocking my potential when playing Doom. Sort of. The Gladiator boss fight was really fun, and I had lots of fun flexing my quick swapping ability that I had learned up to this point. So I kind of got through him with very little issue. BAM! Awesome. I was probably way too loud and I just shorted out my mic, but it's whatever. Taurus Nabad was one of the hurdles I'd have to get past in order to continue. I failed the first secret encounter with the Doom Hunter and Pain Elemental, and after I beat it on the third attempt, I continued with the level. I don't know why I didn't use the BFG, like, ever, but maybe it was because I didn't want to look like I didn't have skill. Me, a guy playing on a brand new system for only 8 days. I wonder why people would think that. I got a pretty sweet Marauder kill with the BFG and got an achievement, so that was pretty cool. So there's a secret challenge coming up, and that one you have to fight a Marauder in. So lovely. I wonder if I can just BFG tease him. I'll give it a shot. I don't think I'll be able to do it, but I'll definitely give it a shot. Okay. Here we go. Yes. Let's do this. Here it comes. Ah, dang it. I always miss that. I got him. Awesome. Kill one zombie with a direct BFG shot and no other demons. The final encounter went about as smooth as I could have hoped for, and I finished up that level. Now, before I continue, I need to mention this. I did complete all the Slayer gates in that save slot. However, I didn't take the Unmaker because I forgot. Necroval wasn't that difficult, but I did end up messing up the encounter with the Archvile. Yeah. I got the rest of the level done, and it kind of went by pretty smoothly, and I moved on to Necroval Part 2. Part 2 also went by pretty smoothly, so there wasn't really that much to talk about there. I mean, at this point in the game, the two levels just kind of blended together, and it was just a mass of guns, bullets, and blood. So much blood. Urdak, on the other hand, is a level that I really love. It's by far my second or third favorite level behind Doom Hunter Base. And I personally enjoy both the levels set in Urdak, while the one in the DLC and the one in the base campaign. I basked in the level's beauty for a little bit, and then went on to the final level, Final Sin. Yeah. Final Sin was a level that I was struggling with difficulty-wise, and even though I got through most of the game without worrying about dying, Final Sin kind of pushed me beyond my current limit, which is good. I was almost hoping for that. Besides that, I got through the boss fight and finally completed my first playthrough of the Doom Eternal campaign on PC. I'm starting to buckle. The pressure is real. Let's see, 7 out of 8. What's missing? Oh, it's just a chest. No! Dang it. Dang, did I do any damage to that? Alright. We did it, guys! We did it! We did it! Can I get some GGs? Can I get some GGs?
We cannot regain control of Urdak without the Seraphim's help. You broke the seal when you awakened the icon of sin in their world. The balance between their two dimensions has been broken with the demons now in control of Urdak.
Portal ready in 3, 2...
The day after I completed the normal campaign on stream, I decided to play through the Ancient Gods Part 1. I even downloaded some more mods at the request of one of my viewers. Oh, I forgot I got something for the Doom Hunter too! Look at that! He's got like green rockets and stuff. That's really cool. Before going into the DLC campaign,
I remember the change that happened with Tag 1 when Tag 2 released, and it put me at an impasse of sorts. I felt it would be a little bit disingenuous and unfair of me to play a quote-unquote easier version of the levels than I would have when I first played Tag 1. Luckily, I found a mod/patch that completely returned Tag 1 to its pre-update state as far as demon spawns go. Beginning with UAC Atlantica, I was excited and mostly scared. I got through most of the encounters without breaking a sweat and was even surprised at how fast I was progressing through the level. I feel like yesterday was the exact turning point I needed in order to become successful. Even the Slayer Gate didn't really slow me down. It seemed that 4 or 5 hour stream I did the day before kept me warmed up, as I felt unstoppable, and after fixing an issue with my stream quality, I finished up the level and moved on to the Blood Swamps. Okay. Alright, we here? I think we're... Or did it just start a new stream? Uh-oh. Did I just start a new stream? And it says I'm still live. Okay, we're still here? We're still going good? Alright, awesome. The Blood Swamps kept me on my toes, but I was still making steady progress. The Spirit Baron encounter really threw me for a loop, but I dealt with him and his other Baron buddy. Alright, I guess. Here he comes. There he is. Oh, what?
Oh.
Did he just deflect him? Oh my gosh, he looks so scary. Oh, please. That literally did nothing. You're still nothing but a joke. You're nothing but a joke to me. That was cool. Continuing my fight upward, I finally took my first death at the hands of the Archvile and Doom Hunter combo. Mainly because I was getting cocky. That arena was my only hurdle, as even the buff Marauder didn't give me that much trouble, and the other fight with more Barons and Tyrants than a classic Doom level also wasn't really enough. Mainly because of extra lives. I completed the boss fight with relative ease as well, and moved on to the final level, the Holt. The Holt was an interesting time. The arenas were really challenging at this point, and the newly introduced Blood Angels gave me a hard time as well. I know I've kind of gotten used to fighting them over the course of the 60 days due to Horde mode, but at this time I was still fairly new to dealing with them on PC. I was taking a noticeable amount of deaths, but still fighting through all of it. Spirits were possessing everything, I couldn't move due to Bloodmaker projectiles, and Marauders and Night Demons were keeping the pressure on. The shield guys were also just everywhere. After beating the encounters before I got to the Spirit Tyrant fight, I just dumped all of my bullets into him, and after reaching and completing the final 2 encounters, I was in the boss fight with Samur. I remember when I first played through the DLC on Nightmare, Samur gave me such a hard time, and even on PC he still kept me locked in. After finally putting an end to his Spirit Buff Demon pets, I beat Samur, and before I knew it, I was done with the Ancient Gods Part 1. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go! Let's go!
Oh! Oh!
Let's go!
Oh, I gotta...
GG's,
I
chat!
gotta, like-
GG's!
I gotta wait like 10 seconds. Whoa.
Can I get some GG's, chat?
GG's in the chat, boys. Let's go. Okay, just shut up. Oh!
Woo. Day 10 continued my trend of the week before. I just played through the campaigns and Horde mode some more. I stayed away from Tag 2 because I was saving my first PC playthrough for the stream.
I started an extra life save on tag 1 and just continued to play through the levels over and over again. Ivory Praetor. Wah? Wah? Hello? Give me that. Oh. Oh, but it's so sexy. Okay, alright. We're running mods with this. Hold on, I'll be right back. Oh gosh. Cool. Alright. I have a 13-inch penis. Give me that ivory. Yes. I mastered a couple interactions with demons and quickly began to learn some new tricks to fight certain enemies. I also was just becoming my own player. Days 11 through 14 also continued this trend. In addition to my playing, I also began to look up tutorials. I wanted to look up more about the mechanics of this game and understand more things. I finally wanted to shift my Ferrari from second gear to third. I began watching some tutorials on various tech from creators like Sylar, Merc, and Eagle, and other various tech channels for the game. How the I was right all along! Alright, say what you want, okay? I know it's technically not playing the game, but this is my challenge, this is my rules, I can bend them how I see fit. Anyway, yeah, as I stated previously, I mainly just played through the Ancient Gods Part 1 again, and just kind of played through the first couple of levels on Extra Life mode, and tried to get as many secrets as I could, because I know I missed a lot. And I tend to say that I always want to do 100% secrets, but then I end up not doing 100% secrets. It's just so weird. I think it's maybe because I just get so exhausted towards the end of these, like, levels or streams that I just kind of forget what I was doing. Day 15 continued my schedule of doing the important stuff on stream. I played through Tag 2 for the first time on PC and chatted with some of my viewers while doing so. This time, I was feeling noticeably more cocky than last time, as I decided to play through Tag 2 on Ultra Nightmare for my first playthrough, and it worked out well, for the most part. Okay, well, we're doing pretty well, so I think we're just gonna go into Nightmare. I'm feeling confident, or Ultra Nightmare. I'm feeling pretty confident today. I was getting through all the levels and taking on the new demons with a smile on my face. Because I had already fought these guys many times over in Horde mode, things were going smoothly. I even completed the escalation encounters with relative ease and had the hammer fully upgraded. Not even Amora stood a chance. I was absolutely slaughtering the encounters of Tag 2 up until the last big encounter before the end of the level. Now, say what you want, and I understand that I was definitely cocky for choosing to play Tag 2 on Ultra Nightmare from my first go, but I died to an Arachnotron's grenades. Holy crap, holy crap, holy crap, holy crap, holy crap. Please stay away from me. What? Oh my gosh! Oh! Oh no! That was so unlucky! After that humiliating display, I brushed myself off and got back on the horse. And on my second attempt, I completed the Ancient Gods Part 2. The levels themselves were fun, and it felt like as the game was evolving, so was I. The World Spear was an absolute beauty of a level, and the encounters were fun. Unfortunately, I forgot how to do the Marauder Easter egg, so I didn't do it, but I had fun no less. Reclaimed Earth was also a blast. The introduction of the Cursed Prowler was pretty cool, and even though I didn't really struggle with the encounters, I was still being challenged and kept on my toes. Imora is by far my favorite of the 3 levels. It's the most difficult and the most challenging of the 3. I know it's just red Urdak, but the design is just so cool. I had lots of fun by this point and was definitely warmed up. Devos was just kinda where things fell apart, but that's a topic for a whole other video.
Of course, I beat him without even trying and finished the Ancient Gods Part 2. Gotcha! Alright, there we go. Let's go, guys. GG! GG! GG's, boys. GG's all around. Oh, that was crazy. Day 16 was a quick day, as I went in with only one goal in mind: beat Tag 1 on Ultra Nightmare as fast as I could. I raced through UAC and Atlantica, and fought my way through the Blood Swamps a second time, and slid through the encounters of the Hold. I set aside a certain amount of time for myself because I was expecting company that night, so that's why I was on so tight of a schedule that day. Even though I didn't beat Tag 2 in one go, I beat the pre-update Tag 1 in one go. Trust me, I'm just as surprised as you are. The Blood Swamps and the Holt gave me a small amount of trouble, but I was in the zone. Nothing could stop me. Even the final boss was not exempt from my wrath, as now that I had been playing for a little over 2 weeks, Samur was nothing more than a joke. Finishing the campaign on Ultra Nightmare felt so easy, and I was excited to start playing the normal campaign on Ultra Nightmare. I wanted to breeze through these levels as fast as I could so I could have plenty of time for user-generated content, custom master levels, and yes, the Kaiser campaign. But boy, was I in for it. I needed time to wind down after completing both campaigns, so I continued to work on my extra life save on Tag 1 and just having some fun while listening to music. The remaining days from 18 to 21 also followed the same trend. I just played Tag 1 and Tag 2, trying to unlock everything I had missed. Looking back on it, I probably could have gone about this a different way. Now, you might be confused as to why I think like that, but think about it. Even though the levels were harder, I was conditioning myself to use my full kit and everything that I have in the DLCs. Max health, max armor, max weapon mods and weapons, all of my runes and Praetor upgrades, and the hammer and unmaker. I don't think it was a bad idea to practice with the DLCs. I think it might have been just a little bit misguided. I probably should have given myself some more time with the normal levels in preparation, because oh, I paid for it. So, the first day of the normal campaign on Ultra Nightmare. Going into it, I definitely felt confident, and I even beat Hell on Earth and Exultia off camera because I wanted to skip to the funner parts of the campaign. I started with Cultist Base and played through the level as normal, but of course, I messed up in the encounter where you unlock the rocket launcher for the first time. I'm not sure why I didn't use the Praetor tokens I had to unlock Hot Swapper, but I didn't. And I paid the price when I killed a Mancubus only to turn around and have a gargoyle snipe me in midair. Gotta remember I need to slow down in these earlier levels. Like that. Like, okay. Okay. It's gonna be a long stream, ladies and gentlemen. I brushed it off, obviously being disappointed with my inability to quick swap like a Doom Eternal pro. Restarting from the beginning again was a tough pill to swallow. Oh boy. I made my way up until the Slayer Gate in Exultia before I took another death to a Revenant and another Gargoyle. Okay, chainsaw you. Back in it. Oh, what the? Oh! Oh. I'm not in the right mindset for this tonight. Finally, on my third attempt for the day, I beat the 3 levels and went on to complete Doom Hunter as well. Super Gorness and Arc Complex also followed. If there's one thing that I'm beginning to notice when I'm watching back all this footage, is that I tend to do well when I'm not being cocky. Shocking. That's right, me, the Doomslayer. Nice try. Day 23 was interesting because I didn't actually stream Doom that day, given that it was on a weekend for myself and I had plenty of time. Instead, I wanted to stream Subnautica for the first time, but my internet was acting up. I just wanted to stream! I'm super busy, that's why I'm here so early, but I guess that's just not gonna happen today. Okay. Alright. Well, chat, I guess I owe you guys a stream. Sorry that this can't happen today, but I'll probably make a post. I'll probably just stream tomorrow. That's so disappointing. Why does my internet have to bug out today of all times? I eventually gave up and just played through Doom again. I played Horde mode the entire day, and it was by this point I was just wondering what the heck I was doing.
On the spot. But then I spawned on the grenade as it blew up, and it killed me again. And I got a suicide because it was my grenade.
That's rough.
This trend continued for the next 5 days, so there's not really that much to talk about. During this time, my attention was mainly focused on other projects and school, so I was only playing for about maybe 30 minutes a day. It still didn't stop me, and I still enjoyed playing the Ancient Gods levels. Day 29 started with me playing through Mars Core. I felt a bit refreshed and ready to play for a couple hours on stream.
Gotcha.
Of course, it didn't take long for things to go south. After beating Mars Core, I went into Sentinel Prime. I didn't think much of the level considering the Gladiator boss never really gave me trouble throughout all of my time playing.
Alright, I remember like back when I did that first almost 4-hour stream, I didn't humiliate the Gladiator, but I did pretty well against him. So I kind of want to just break this dude down until, yeah. I want to utterly humiliate this boss.
However, in this one instance, I got cocky, and in the second phase of the fight, I took a death at the hands of the Gladiator.
Okay. Whoa, okay. Holy crap! Oh my gosh, no way I lost to him. I really should not have been talking smack beat. No!
I will admit, I was being pretty cocky, and I gotta admit that fight wasn't exactly fair. For some reason, the Gladiator kept killing the fodder demons in the fight, not really allowing me to fill my armor. Having to live on small health drops that I'd get from the zombie guys in there basically meant I was screwed. After that fiasco, I decided I didn't want to waste everyone's time there, and I decided to play my first master level for the challenge.
Ultra Nightmare, of course, because I'm a beast. And where's content if there's no stakes? So let's do this. I have not played these master levels in so long, so I actually don't know how well I'm gonna do.
What better master level to go through than the Super Gore Nest? For the stream, I played through the level once, on Ultra Nightmare of course, so I could stick with the theme of the stream.
Those barons almost got me.
Playing through the level was fun. It was kind of like the DLC campaigns, just one giant level for me to cut loose and play around. Once I got a taste for something, I want it done. But I didn't want to spend the next 3 to 4 hours playing through the same level over and over again, so I completed the level on an Ultra Nightmare and just ended the stream. The following days were spent largely just trying to get back to the Gladiator fight. I kept dying, over, and over, and over. I think I tried for about 4 attempts before just giving up and playing Horde mode again. Ultra Nightmare was definitely starting to get to me at this point, and I'm not going to lie. It was the hardest and most annoying thing I had ever done. So far.
Day 32 was one of the few videos I made while doing this challenge. I got interested in playing through the Super Gore Nest Master level after failing Ultra Nightmare again, so I decided to complete it. I think I played through it 3 more times, once for regular Nightmare, another for extra life mode, and then one for classic mode. Playing through the level on Nightmare mode and extra life mode weren't so bad. It was only a matter of making my way through the encounters one at a time. It was more of a time thing than a skill thing at the end of the day. But by the time the 3rd playthrough rolled around, I was kind of drained. I spent about an hour on the previous playthroughs each, so I really just wanted to get through this last one at this point. I was also getting tired of the Carcass Demons. This level made me realize I hate Carcass Demons because they are just everywhere. Big encounters, Carcass Demons. Small encounters, they were there. Random small platforms, you bet your shiny forehead they were there. By the end of this level, I threw my hatred for the Whiplash in the garbage, and put in its place was the average 50-year-old British male. Jokes aside, my final playthrough was one that I personally did not want to repeat, ever again in my life. I died a couple times, which is fine. I was working with a limited arsenal, but man did I just want it to end. Finishing the level gave me a feeling of triumph and completion, because now I get to show off a cool golden shotgun to all my viewers come the next live stream.
Time was of the essence these days, because I was on a crunch to get videos recorded, edited, and posted. I also had some other stuff pop up, but I continued to play Doom. I was mainly sticking to my guns, horde mode, and practicing tech I found on the internet. I really wanted to nail Ultra Nightmare so I can start on other things, and I spent a couple days trying to get back to my previous point again, but I kept dying. Fortunately, I was at least able to get back to Doom Hunter Base before I started streaming again. Day 36. The stream started with us playing through Doom Hunter Base once again, and then on and so forth. After beating Mars Core again, it was time for a rematch. I walked into the Gladiator boss fight once again. This time, I would not underestimate my opponent. As I stared at my previous attempt's aftermath, I readied myself for battle with the Gladiator once more. The thoughts of failure once more flooded my mind as I fired each shot at him. Every glory kill and punch combo I landed continued to fill my mind with hope that this boss would stand in my way no longer. And as quick as his second phase came, it ended, as with a final barrage from my chain gun, I ended the Gladiator atop the same spot he ended me before. Finishing the fight, I wanted to press on, but I was pretty tired by this point, so I faked a crash and ended day 36.
Let's go! You're out of here, buddy! Out of here! Let's go!
Let's get it. Oh shoot, you were in low health too.
You are a worthy competitor, but you are no match for me.
Day 37 started with me continuing exactly where I left off from yesterday. I killed fodder demons infesting my base and went down to the Ripitorium to warm up.
Okay, alright, so I have to fight these guys again.
Okay. Damn.
It'll be a nice warm-up for my joints.
Oh my gosh, Bill Burr like got hair for like this new act thing that he got, and he looks so weird.
After that, I went on to Taurus Nabad. The level went by pretty quickly, as I had both Savo and Tiny with me. I enjoyed their banter as I played.
Watch like 5 viewers come in at like this second. It's just us. Like, he, am I right?
So, P, am I right? P.
I moved on to Necroville Part 1 and 2 and completed the levels with ease. I wasn't really worried about these levels, but the only one I was iffy about was Urdak. I guess the tension at this point in the run was killing me, and I only wanted to get through this level as quickly as possible so we could finish the run. Unfortunately, those who were there that night know exactly what happens next. As I entered the Conmaker boss fight, I strapped in and got ready to hit 6 clean combos to kill her. But instead of humiliating the Con, I ended up being humiliated myself. I died in the first 20 seconds of the boss fight, and I was absolutely, utterly heartbroken.
Very cool. I'm gonna make some noodles.
Make a noodle? What type of noodles we talking?
Noodles. And also
Oh
my favorite
Fudge! I just died!
What?
Oh my...
No.
No.
That was...
You had a
No.
time to wait like 10 seconds.
God, this is so sad.
Oh my gosh. Am I ever going to beat Ultra Nightmare?
Given what I had gone through for 15 days at this point, I just needed to take my mind off the campaign. So once again, I played through a master level to comfort myself. This time it was Mars Core. In terms of the updated master levels, I actually think this one's my favorite. I do like both the Taurus Nabad and World Spear master levels. No, not you.
I just can't with you right now. Or maybe ever again. It's just the atmosphere of the level itself. It's just kind of perfect for a master level. Don't worry, we'll get to each of the official ones in due time, but for now, we'll continue to the days leading up to the next stream. Bro, what? Are you fuck? I took nearly a 2-week break from streaming Doom, and this part of the challenge mainly just dragged on. I spent so much time desperately trying to get back to Urdak again and again, but every time I'd make it past Taurus Nabad, I'd die in Necrovault. If I made it past Exultia, I'd die in Cultist Base. Every single time I started making progress, I'd mess up and end up dead. There isn't really much to talk about, and it got so bad that I straight up did not record some of it due to it being so repetitive and anger-inducing. I considered taking a break, but no, I would not give up that easily. The night before the stream, I tried to get as far as I could, but only made it to Super Gore Nest, and unfortunately, this would have to do. Day 50 started with me setting up before beginning Super Gore Nest, by getting my crystals and mods. I fought through every single level in Doom Eternal. I knew that today I was in for a long stream, but I really wanted to play the Kaiser campaign, and as I completed each level one after the other, the stakes only grew bigger and bigger. If I failed again, I would either have to sacrifice playing Kaiser or beating Ultra Nightmare. But if there's one thing I didn't do when it came to this challenge, it was giving up. I went through every single roadblock and collected every item I could to assist me in my venture. When I finally got to Urdak again, I was terrified of losing. But I persisted and completed each encounter, making minimal errors. The end of the level was the rematch I had fought for almost 3 hours for, and after 6 short attacks, I beat the Con Maker.
Oh, gotcha. Let's go.
Nice.
But I still had one more level to go before I could call victory on Ultra Nightmare. I moved on to Final Sin, and made steady progress through the level. After some time and completing the encounters, my nerves were definitely working against me the entire time. As I was playing, I was also making some mechanical errors, but after 20 minutes of fighting later, I was in the boss fight against the Icon of Sin.
Nothing else left to do. Here we go.
Yes, sir.
Bring it on. I'm ready for ya.
Trying to explain my thought process while I was in this boss fight is kind of hard to do. You know, because this is literally where about 7 to 8 hours of gameplay leads to at the end of a save. And if I died here, it's game over. I would not be able to make up time in order to complete the Kaiser campaign and Ultra Nightmare. So basically in the back of my head, I was just freaking out subconsciously. I was freaking out while I was playing the fight. I was freaking out through the encounters building up to the fight. I was just freaking out the entire level. And it all culminated in this one final push to complete the game. There were a couple times where he almost got me, and there were a couple times where saving throw definitely was the right choice of rune to have equipped. But at the end of the fight, I finally defeated him, and I finally claimed my prize. That was the Golden Praetor suit.
Yes, what's not destroyed? Yes! 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 That's it! That's it! I gotta survive this attack. Let's go! Let's go!
Yes!
Let's go!
Good job! Good
Yes!
job!
Oh! Oh my gosh!
Very cool. Good job.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
That is.
Fuck.
Yes, nice.
Finally!
Very spicy.
Oh my gosh! Oh! Oh! I'd like to dedicate this stream to my friends and my subscribers. When this comes out in a video, which it will, because I'm definitely gonna make a video talking about Ultra Nightmare specifically, just know I appreciate every single one of you, and I love all of you.
A lot of bacon. Oh man.
Call-in time, 5 hours and 33 minutes.
Let's go.
Oh. Oh, I thought I was gonna die. Yeah! Woo-hoo-hoo!
Dang, that noise compression got him. But...
Got myself a yogurt tonight. I'm probably gonna save that for later. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is, I'm terrified right now.
Alright, day 51. Time to play the Kaiser campaign. Coming off of playing Ultra Nightmare and having all of my gear, it was kind of jarring to start a new game all over and lose 95% of my arsenal. I had 10 days and 13 levels to play through, so playing a level a day wasn't an option. As soon as I loaded into the mode for the first time on stream, I knew that I would need the full 10 days to beat this. During the first level, I spent it just trying to learn encounters, and I was also met with Kaiser's own brand of pain in every single fight I completed.
Is it like a buff totem buff, or is it like a I'm gonna come kill you buff? Crap. I'm out of ammo. I'm out of ammo. I'm out of ammo. Oh no! Please! Please! Oh, oh, oh! That's a Baron! That's a Baron! That's a Baron! Look, whatever I said about your mother, I take it back. I'm sorry, dude. What the heck is that? No, no, what? Oh, he died.
Going into this level completely blind was a choice I had made because I didn't actually want to know anything about the Kaiser campaign. Like I said, the only thing I knew about this was that it was a big mod. I saw like 1 or 2 people cover it back when part 1 came out. I don't even know when part 1 came out, but
Playing through the first level, I was kind of like making my way through it, just, you know, it was okay. I was making my way through it just fine until I got to the second to last fight. This was torture. I died so many times, and little did I know that it was only a small taste of what I'd be subjected to. The second level was also incredibly difficult, and if I said that I died a lot, it would be the understatement of the century. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty and explain every little detail for all of the levels, because there's a different video that I plan on making for them, but I think it's fine if I explain my thought process going through the first couple and the last couple. Playing through this level showed me that Kaiser had a lot of interesting things planned in this campaign, and it's kind of interesting to see that despite the campaigns being developed and released at separate periods of time, it actually flows quite nicely together. In the Hell sections, that's kind of where the intensity ramped up, but luckily I was no longer alone, as Tiny would join me during an escalation encounter.
Oh no.
Kaiser campaign be like.
Oh. Hi, Tiny.
Hi, Brosnick.
Stream wave hello to Tiny Band-Aid.
Hello, everybody.
After that encounter, I was able to experience the level more thoroughly. The intensity was able to ramp down finally, and we found a couple of interesting secrets. And in the Slayer Gate, it was pretty similar to the normal Slayer Gate on Art Complex, you know, with barons and all that stuff, except instead, there was a bunch of random Mankeybot wearing hot dog costumes. And they were all like super small too, so I have no idea. Honestly, in terms of like the difficulty of the Kaiser campaign, yeah, it's there, but I think the one thing that kind of helps counteract me losing my sanity while playing this campaign over the next 10 days is just because of how funny like some of the encounters actually are. Kaiser, you have truly outdone yourself. Cultist Base was the last of the 3 levels I played that day, and this one definitely taught me to be more creative with my arsenal.
Let me. Oh my gosh. Yes!
Ooh, very cool.
I figured it out!
He's chatting now.
In terms of level specifics though, a couple of my favorite encounters were the usual ones from the game, where you get the rocket launcher, where you get the super shotgun and all that stuff. However, as much as like I'd like to talk about a lot of these encounters and specifics, like I said, I'm not really planning on doing that this video, and I'm probably going to keep reminding you over and over again that this is not a Kaiser campaign review. So, don't worry, there's gonna be a video out. I promise. Yeah. Moving forward, Curly decided to finally join us in this level, so we had a lot of banter with him as well, and after completing the final encounter, we decided to close the stream for today, and I decided to take a short break from Kaiser.
Oh my gosh!
Curly!
Curly's here!
Curly!
This is so awesome.
I got Discord to work.
Finally.
I can't wait until I get my chain gun. I'm gonna start lighting dudes up with a million bullets a mile.
Yeah, man.
I think. Oh my gosh. 3 and almost a half hours. I gotta stop doing this to myself.
At the request of chat, I would take a short break from Kaiser and play Horde mode on stream for the first time. Compared to what I had went through yesterday, Horde mode felt incredibly easy. Although one thing that I remember is that I couldn't get the heavy cannon when I needed it.
Please be some good. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm just doing a lot of spraying and praying with this. And we got the ballista. I'm actually okay with that. Still not quite, huh? Come on. Don't do it. And it did it to me. Oh my gosh. Oh, hello. There it is. The precision bolt. Crowning jewel.
I've been talking about Horde mode a lot in this video, so I think I'll just keep this day in particular short. In Horde mode, there are 3 levels, one from each of the campaigns. I played through all of them on stream and made it through taking minimal deaths. I even got a pretty decent score at the end, so feeling satisfied with that endeavor, I ended the stream there.
Oh, let's do it. Let's go. That's a screenshot. Let's go. Screenshot moment.
These days consisted of downtime between the streams so I could focus on homework. Anyway, I tried to go back through the previous Kaiser levels to find some of the secrets, but to no avail. They were pretty well hidden, so I genuinely couldn't find them. I also needed to practice more to find out how some demons worked while playing Kaiser. And I wanted to get more comfortable using the hammer, but I don't think I got it until like day 56. Because apparently, the hammer recharges using blood punch kills, not glory kills. Kaiser, you sneaky son of a... Day 55. Despite me playing only 2 levels here, the stream was nearly 3 hours long. I played through Doom Hunter Base and Super Gore Nest. When I arrived in Doom Hunter, I was met with what I expected. Souped up encounters with bigger and badder demons. I was excited for this level as it was one of the... Actually, no, it was the only level I remember seeing gameplay for when Kaiser first released the campaign. I also saw that one of the custom demons teased in a lot of big YouTubers' videos when they first covered the mod.
Oh, I think that's him. That's him.
After beating the level's encounters and finding a couple secrets, I entered the boss fight. Because I didn't want to do things normally, and I'm a bit of a sucker for pain, I decided to do the golden, or hard mode, version of the boss.
Uh-oh. Golden Oh, no.
This fight was the most ruthless and difficult Doom Hunter boss fight I had ever been through. After beating him, I moved on to the Super Gore Nest. Playing through the level again, I began to notice some similarities with... After playing through it was essentially... I cut the stream there and waited to play Arc Complex later. Even after all I had been through, I knew I would still be struggling. To be honest, I really just wanted to stop playing Doom, because by this point I was so burnt out, I couldn't go on, but I needed to keep going. After fighting the feelings of burnout and staying up way past my bedtime, I decided to stream Kaiser again. This time, I only did 1 level, and that was Arc Complex. This level was filled with Doom Hunters, Barons, Tyrants, and lots of the custom demons from Kaiser himself. Remember what I said a while ago where there's difficulty spikes in the campaign? You know, basically these little hurdles that you have to get through, where it's kind of like a sort of boss fight without being a boss fight. It's more of just a test of skill to see how far you've come. If you can get through it, that's great. If you can't, you're just gonna have to keep trying. Anyway, this was that moment. This was one of the first big spikes in difficulty, as I died way too many times to count. Getting through the level was painful, as I was either dying on the bigger encounters, or the smaller ones in between. Every time I got an extra life, I treated it as if it were gold. After fighting through the level, I was met with the Golden Marauder boss fight. I know technically the vanilla Marauder isn't a boss fight, but this time, he is. And boy, did he come for a fight. Even after I beat the Gold Marauder, I had to fight a duo Marauder tag team. After I finished those 2, I clicked on the funny looking action figure and was teleported to the final encounter of the level.
Hello. What do we have here? Taking a screenshot of that. Don't.
A Spectre Marauder with Flying Demon support. I died once and was terrified of being sent all the way back to the beginning with the Golden Marauder again.
Let me guess, you guys are perma screecher buffed. What? No! 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 What did I hit? Please, please, please just let me be right here. Oh, oh, oh my gosh. I was so scared.
I was able to respawn just before entering the Spectre Marauder encounter. I finally beat him and ended the stream there.
I'm done. I'm done. This level took almost 2 hours to beat. I'm done.
This day started with me playing through Mars Core. Playing through this level in particular was, once again, pretty fun. It also felt a lot like the Master level, but with some of the encounters being tweaked for difficulty. I remember just being happy that I finished Art Complex the night before, and frankly, I'm happy now that I did Art Complex on a separate stream because that makes this a whole lot easier. When I finished the level, I went on to Sentinel Prime to face off against a certain someone who I'd argue definitely became my nemesis during this challenge. The level itself actually did have some build-up encounters, and the usual Conmaker quotes were even swapped with the Dark Lord.
Okay. What? Okay, well, I'm just leaving.
Pretty obvious foreshadowing if you think about it. I completed the new encounters before the boss fight, and collected secrets along the way. As I stood before the boss fight portal, I saw the escalation gore nest,
Why not?
and I foolishly decided to go for it. The Golden Gladiator fight was an absolute nightmare to get through. The start of the fight, you have to deal with him and the Dark Lord at the same time. I died a lot in just this first section, and when I finally completed it and went on to the second phase took so long that I actually had to take a break. Both so I could calm down and so I could finally get something to eat.
Just kill me, please. Oh my gosh. Wasn't the whole point of this to make it feel like it wasn't the player's fault? Still like that. Okay. It's just... Alright. Okay. I got a fun idea. Here's my fun idea. I'm gonna leave for like an hour, and then I'm gonna come back. And when I come back, I'm gonna kill him. Plain and simple. So, I'll see you guys in an hour. I'll be back, don't you worry. I'll be back.
When I make a video about Kaiser, I'll definitely talk about the fight more, but for now, I need to continue. I only did one more level that day, and that was Taurus Nabad. The Kaiser variant of this level was something I felt much more at home at. I'm not really sure how to describe it, but I felt much calmer and in my element. So after staring at a funny cutscene and completing the final encounter, I ended day 57. Day 58, in my opinion, was a day of redemption. I played through both parts of Necrovol and had a blast while doing so. I know over the course of the challenge, these levels were always included as afterthoughts, and that's mainly because I think the vanilla levels are okay, but kind of forgettable. There isn't really anything that makes them pop or stand out among the other levels in the lineup. The remix levels, on the other hand, were an absolute joy to play through. Kaiser knocked it out of the park and brought a unique spin to both of these levels, giving them iconic introductions and encounters that I would not forget going forward.
This is my favorite thing in my favorite video game, Doom Eternal, which released in March 20th, 2020.
In part 1, there were the normal things you'd expect: super heavies, spirits, and hazards all over the place, but things got interesting with the new demon types that were introduced here. A new Arachnotron variant was introduced, alongside a new zombie variant and a corrupted Maker-Drone variant. These encounters made the level stand on its own, and made me fall in love with the section of the game again. During part 2 of Necrovol, you've got pretty much the same thing as part 1. The level begins to pick up in one of the soul extraction rooms. In this room, you're met with, well, quite the surprise. You know, I think I'll just let the clip play.
Is it telling me to pick up the power-ups? I think it's telling me to pick up the power-ups.
Playing these levels were really fun and gave Necrovol a new leg to stand on. Kaiser, you truly are something special.
You guys, I hope you guys like the display.
Day 59 was the second most impactful day of the challenge, as I only had Urdak and Final Sin left in order to beat the Kaiser campaign. Urdak, for the most part, was just a bit of an all-around good challenge. Nothing unfair, but definitely not easy. The Purple Coliseum fight was the highlight of the level for sure. The boss fight was a interesting beast.
I gotta say, that red looks good in your Con Maker. I am so dead.
The first two phases were fairly normal, with only slight tweaks, like the Con Maker having more health and there being more Maker drones, and of course, Blood Angels. However, once I got rid of about a third of her health, it seems Samuel staged his betrayal earlier than expected, because Sammer was now part of the fight.
Okay.
I had to fight off his possessed cronies alongside the Con Maker, and it also didn't help that she became invisible towards the end of the fight. By this point, the fight was so intense with Mojo and more heavies also joining the fray that I switched to using the saving throw rune.
We're gonna do something funny, okay? Here's what we're gonna do. This is my funny idea. We're gonna swap that out.
After finally beating the Con, I moved on to the final level of the Kaiser campaign, Final Sin.
Let's go! Holy crap. Ah.
Final Sin was an interesting yet difficult experience. The first arena was probably my favorite, with the Tyrants, the Thrash Knights, and a freaking Golden Doom Hunter to keep things crazy.
Oh, great. Not these guys again. That's a Golden Doom Hunter.
The rest of the arenas were fun. I really liked the purple goo encounter with the purple goo Mancubus, Cyber Mancubus, and Dread Knight.
That one did. That Mancubus is purple. Purple. Oh, he shoots purple goo? I literally just spat all over my freaking keyboard. I feel so much like a child right now.
And the boss fight itself is what I'd call a major improvement. Again, just absolute chaos. Kind of what you'd expect from a final boss. Like I said, this isn't a Kaiser campaign review. That'll be out later. But from this video alone, you can tell I had a lot of fun playing. I also knew that this day was going to exist as more of an unofficial ending to the challenge, so I treated it as such.
Focus. Okay. Oh my gosh, let's go! We did it! We did it! Oh my. Oh. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna fall backwards. Oh. Holy crap. We did it. We actually did it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, jeez. That's a thumbnail right there. Oh my gosh, we did it! Okay. There's still the freaking fodder demons. Huh? Daisy!
Day 60. Well, this is it. Final day of the challenge. I decided to goof off and talk a bit about my experience on the stream while running through the first level again with some cheat codes. I thought I just wanted to coast after playing through all that. I figured I wanted to just send off Kaiser, and thus this challenge by playing it normally though. Eagle even stopped by and congratulated me on my completion.
Thank you for stopping by, and especially like I guess congratulate me on my 60-day challenge and stuff. So.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Good job getting 50 subscribers, man.
Oh yeah, thanks. Well,
take it easy, man.
Good luck, brother.
I played through Mars Core again and did the escalation encounter I forgot to do in my first playthrough. After I completed all of that, I finished the stream and played some much-deserved Minecraft. Going into this challenge, all I wanted to do was just get better at playing Doom on PC. I think for the most part, I achieved this goal. Comparing my playstyle and coordination now with my gameplay before, there is definite improvement. It also wasn't solely playing certain levels with the same things over and over again. I also experimented, and now things that I didn't use previously are now staples of how I play the game now. I think going into this with about 2 years of console experience under my belt allowed me to focus more on improving my technique, without having to spend so much time learning the basics again. Now for the big question. Would I recommend you or someone you want to get into Doom do this? No, absolutely not. By the time I finished day 60, I was so burnt out beyond belief. So like most things in life, just do it in moderation. Unless you play video games as a full-time job, there are other, better things to be doing than practicing the same game over and over again. Yeah, but despite the burnout, I can't argue with the improvement and the growth I've seen. And it's certainly one way to try and get better at something, continue to practice it for 60 days straight. But if you're anything like me and you can't stay focused on one thing for more than a couple seconds at a time, you tend to lose focus in your train of thought. But that's okay. I think largely the most difficult thing I had to learn while playing through this challenge was just trying to keep myself on a schedule of some sorts. And the streams actually helped me do that a lot. During the week, that's kind of when my playtime would stagger and not really be consistent. And that's largely because I wasn't streaming. So definitely, like, I'm not saying that if you have like a platform, you know, you should do this or, you know, but like there's a couple things that you could totally do to help you stay focused. One of which is just sharing your interest and passion with other people. I mean, that's how I managed to stay focused through the challenge. I almost didn't play Doom Eternal at all during that like during that like 2-week span of time where I didn't stream at all. But that was for completely different reasons. And when I told you my playtime definitely suffered from it, it definitely did. I know I didn't actually play for 60 days straight or whatever, you know. I'm sure there's gonna be somebody in the comments saying me like, oh, well, you didn't actually play for 60 days straight. You played X amount of time for X amount of days. And, you know, I can only do so much. I'm only human. Anyway, yeah, like, as far as the final thoughts of this challenge, again, despite everything, I enjoyed it a lot. I had tons of fun just, like, being able to go through all of these levels, play so many, like, amazing encounters again, and really see improvement in my playstyle and my skill level. And I know this is kind of shifting from the final thoughts to the outro section of the video, but I guess they're kind of one and the same now that I think about it. As far as the growth on my channel has been, it's mostly been attributed to this 60-day challenge. I doubled, actually more than doubled my subscriber count playing through this challenge, and I cannot thank you guys enough, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart. And depending on how well this video does, you know, you guys who are all subscribed to me might see it. And once again, I can never express how positively thankful I am for each and every single one of you. I love all of you guys. And I love all of my amazing friends that made an appearance in this video, whether that was Tiny or Curly or Savo or Eagle. I can't thank all of you guys enough for being so amazing and the best fan base a guy could ask for. So, yeah, where am I about 80 hours later and like 4 months later as far as like this challenge is finished? Working on other stuff. And being with my family, because after being separated for a while due to school, it's kind of nice to catch up with my folks back home. So now that I'm kind of returning back to a sense of normality, you guys can expect smaller videos to continue. As far as my next big projects I have planned, I don't really know, but when they come out, they come out. So I guess just be patient. But I know you guys will. You guys are awesome. So yeah, with that, I'm your favorite B-letter YouTuber, Brosnick.
and I will see you guys in the next one. Zug zug.